Welcome one and welcome all, and welcome Terence, all the way from Scotland.
Hi, Gareth. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
So excited for watching this masterpiece. That's a big.
So why are we here, Terence?
Yeah. I managed to nag Gareth to do a live stream of Smokey and the Bandit Part 3, which is one of my all-time, might be the favorite guilty pleasure of mine.
I feel no guilt for this, but yeah. Why is it called Part 3 when the second one's just 2 with Roman numerals? Any ideas?
I don't know. It's one of the many mysteries that this film has. Right? We get Fran Sanchez. Evening, tick turds. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah, there you
Blu-ray on pause. Right, he owns the Blu-ray of
Blu-ray. I didn't even spring for the
Part
Blu-ray.
3. Fantastic. So proud of you.
So yes, also known as Smokey and the Bandit Triple I. Released August 12th, 1983 in America. And June 16th, 1986 as a video premiere in the UK. 3 years later.
So it never got a theatrical. All right.
It went.
Yeah, and I looked it up. The BBFC did give it an 18 certificate in the UK. What the fuck?
I don't know why. I can't think of it. There's one flash of tits, a flash of ass. It's now a 15. But yeah, 1986 when it was released, it was an 18. But it doesn't say why. And then now it's in 2005 when it's re-released, contains moderate sexual references and nudity. Because I thought, it's gone from PG 18, and you think, whoa, it's gone Porky's level porn.
It's all quite, the nudity in it's quite innocent as well.
Yeah, it's naturism.
It's like a nudist beach sort of camp thing. Yeah. It's strange.
There's one reveal of breasts as it is, and then I think it might be the whorehouse, the kinky stuff that goes on the whorehouse.
Yeah, but it's all kind of flashes. It's weird. But Fran Sanchez is saying there, I remember ITV showing this around 87, 88. I think that's when I first saw it. And I was completely baffled. I was like, why is there this guy? Because I didn't even recognize the snowman, Jerry Reed. I didn't recognize him in that part. I was like, what is wrong with Bert Reynolds? Why
is he so ill?
I was like completely confused. And when he has that, when Bert Reynolds does appear at the very end, when they have that sort of fantasy sequence, I thought that Jerry Reed had managed to sort of transform into him in a sort of cheap-ass version of Inner Space, right? Yeah, that really puzzled me.
Yeah, it was very odd. Because, it was, what was it? Bert Reynolds. Oh, let's play this bitch. So I can, there's a long titles. Right, let me see if this works, because it's on my other video player. There we go, play. Right, here we go. PG, look, in America. Not even PG-13.
I don't think PG-13 existed. Yeah.
Well, I guess this should be
summer 83. It
should be
in existence.
A re-rated one.
The official first PG-13 was Red Dawn.
Yeah. Was it a week before Gremlins or something like that, wasn't it?
I think so.
So I was here a bit late. I went to I should press play on mine. The IMAX Blue Angels documentary. Yes, they're the US Red Arrows, aren't they? The airplanes that do the stunts.
They open it like Star Wars, where they say it's a galaxy far, far away, something like that. You're just like, what? Right? It's
this is. That's a long intro there with a Universal logo. Right, there we go. Once upon a time, there was a famous sheriff. I've been singing this bloody song. Where are you, Justice?
Justice. Yeah, it's fantastic. And I for me, this, as much as I love the Jerry Reed songs from the original first two, I think this one blows them out of the water. Yeah, I think this one blows the other two out of the water.
Yeah,
as far as the soundtrack's brilliant. It really is.
I've noticed. But we get about 5 minutes of previous films.
Yep. It's like, yeah, let's stall them, and let's get as much Bert Reynolds in there as we can.
But it's an hour and 25-minute film as it is, and
Oh.
because allegedly, yes, as we know, there was a film called Smokey and Bandit 3. Smokey is the Bandit, I found out in what was it, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
That's right, because they originally shot it entirety with Jackie Gleason playing the Bandit.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, have you got the picture? I'm sure there's the picture. I'll get it up on the phone.
Yeah, thank you. One picture. There's a teaser trailer as well.
One picture of him in the Bandit get up. So in early '83, they screened it for a test audience. The test audience was totally confused. And so they just reshot it all with Jerry Reed in the part.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And from my research, from what a lot of people say, and it's all rumor, really, there's not anything solid, that Jackie Gleason apparently bought the rights to his scenes. And he kept them. I don't know if he destroyed them but this is what people are speculating, is that Jackie Gleason owned them.
Yeah, because he made a lot of demands. There were 6 scripts he said no to. Then he said yes to the 7th. Then they shot it, and then they said this is shit. Then they reshot everything, like you say, with Jerry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's only 2 minutes 47 seconds. Then we get the pattern entrance. I do like that. What's this? The chat. Also, I'm cooking a big sausage for Morris and chili. Here we go.
Try not to get any glare on that. That's, I don't know if you can see it. There's Jackie Gleason
in a red shirt and a cowboy hat.
Trying to get it out of the glare here. Yeah, Jackie Gleason as the Bandit.
Yeah,
and it's not a Photoshop job. This is an actual still.
That's the only one that survived of the film.
The only one that's ever surfaced these days. And yeah, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. For fuck the Magnificent Ambersons, I want Smokey as the Bandit. Right? I know my credibility just goes out the window. This guy knows shit about movies. I don't care. Smokey is the Bandit. I've got to see it. I don't care how bad it is. And there is screenplays in existence. I can't find the full screenplay online, but apparently people have auctioned it and things like that. And I've seen some pages from it, and whenever the scenes with Jackie Gleason as the Bandit, there's no dialogue at all.
Yes. He did his own dialogue, didn't he?
Yeah, he just ad-libbed. Right? And but yeah, I've got to see it. I've got to see it before I die.
Greetings, Professor.
Hi, Professor.
I said someone described it as the score to this like it was Depeche Mode, which sounds good to me. Oh, this one does have the best soundtracks as friends. Okay, I have to listen.
Yeah, it's like they try and add a bit of 80s flavor to the country and western music.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they're trying to be a bit more hip.
Thank you, Professor. Depeche Mode country, even there you go. Who would have thought that would work? I can't. Oh, hello, Dr. Impossible. I can't ever see this film getting a Criterion Indicator treatment.
No.
Yes, Jerry Reed was supposed to be the original.
Vinegar syndrome. Maybe a vinegar syndrome. Mm-hmm. That's, because they release a lot. I mean, they've just put out a fucking 4K Navy SEALs. I mean, talk about polishing a turd, right? Honestly, I would watch this over Navy SEALs any day. Navy SEALs to me is boring as hell.
Well, yeah, there's not. It's only a few scenes of action, isn't there?
I've given it a couple of when it first came out on video, I wasn't impressed, and then Netflix had it for a short while, and I was like, oh, I'll give this another go. I like Louis Teague; he's a good director, and I like the actors in it. But I was really bored. I was like, man,
I saw that in the cinema when it came out.
Oh dear. Did they not pull it? I recall that they pulled it because of the Iraq War. It was like that and Memphis Belle. It was like Navy SEALs, Memphis Belle were just taking out the theater. I remember.
Ah, no. But so Jerry Reed was supposed to be the original Bandit in the first film. Then Hal Needham showed Burt Reynolds the script, and Burt said, "I'll do this," and then poor Jerry Reed.
The movie got made that way, totally. Also, then the character Buford T. Justice, that allegedly came from Burt Reynolds because his father was a cop, and his father knew a guy called Buford T. Justice, and that's where the name came from. And even the phrase, Jackie Gleason got the phrase "some bitch," you some bitch, from Burt Reynolds, because Burt Reynolds' father would say that. And according to Burt Reynolds, he said after Jackie Gleason popularized it in this film, in the original Smokey and the Bandit and all the movies, that it just became a common phrase in the South that people would go, "You some bitch."
Smokey and the Bandit Part 3, and then starts off with an amazing stunt.
Yeah. I know the cars in this just launch out of nothing, don't they? It's not like at least in the first one when they jump over a bridge or whatever. There's at least something there as a ramp, and this they just like launch off the ground.
Well, yes, it's very Knight Rider because even the Trans Am is kit, isn't it?
Oh yeah. This is pre Knight Rider. The Trans Am they've got, and this is the 1982 model. This was probably the first time people even saw it.
Yes, because it doesn't. It's only got a tiny Firebird on the front. Oh, here we go. Some boobs.
Gorgeous.
But
I've actually been in a Trans Am. I've been in a buddy of mine was obsessed with these movies, and he had a 1979 Trans Am with the 79 paint job with the golden upholstery inside. Fucking amazing car.
I have sat in a kicked.
All right. This is a great intro though, where he's just on vacation and he's just like, everything just pisses him off.
Yeah. Oh, Colin Camp's in this, but she's terribly wasted. She only turns up about an hour in and doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Where are we? I heard a rumor that Smokey is the Bandit got burnt up at the Fire Universal Studios in 2008.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
There's a song in this called Susie Plastic that reminds me of an early Prince joint.
Yep. That's when they're in the hotel, the sleazy motel.
Yeah. There's a Richard Simmons
Navy SEALs.
Franzo. That should have been in January.
Favorite memories.
One of my favorite memories of this was having a phone interview at the job center while watching this and drinking beer.
Badass.
I think Savoy might be Scottish.
Yeah, I do watch. This film is a film I've watched, drunk. That's why I've got some alcohol as well. I'm drinking. What's your poison tonight?
I had to get the Jim Beam out for this.
Jim Beam. I've got Old Jock because I'm an old jock. There you go. Nice. Sponsored by Old Jock.
I never had a CB radio, but I had people that would let me play on it for a few minutes and speak to people. But yeah,
these sad people that have them when they're in their home. It's like what?
There's people in their cars, and then darkest Wales, so there was very few people to speak to.
It's like, so if he gets like he got his junk harpooned there by his son, and that was the breaking point. He was like, right, fuck this vacation.
Ouch.
Yes, let's go make another Smokey and the Bandit movie.
Yeah. So there's a lot of bikinis on display. Because the son mentions the so-and-so dancers when they turn up, and then apparently that was a group of dancers from the Jackie Gleason show he was mentioning. Shut up, shit.
He is a legend, though. I love the Honeymooners. I still watch some of those old episodes.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode.
Oh, check them out. They're on YouTube. They're great.
I should.
And, you know, people always make that comment. It's, is it not just full of wife-beating jokes? No.
One of these
just because he has that phrase, to the
moon.
moon, Alice. You know, to the moon, Alice. Like, I'm going to, like, punch you and you're going to fly to the moon, right? And that's it. But most of the time, that, you know, it's just...
But, yeah.
It's the
so,
50s.
yes, lots of boobs. But Cowling Camp keeps her top on. Yeah, she was the sexy maid in...
Clue.
Was it Clue after this or before this?
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from her bending over while she's changing, that's about all you're going to get from Colleen in this one.
She was also in Die Hard with a Vengeance. She's
yes.
One of the cops in it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Mr. Lowry. His only theatrical film. Yeah.
One of my favourite Buck Rogers in the 25th Century episodes is directed by him. Plot to Kill a City. It's a two-parter that Dick Lowry directed. He also did The Gambler with what's his name? Kenny Rogers, the TV movie. And
yes,
what was that Jane Mansfield one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Yeah, but his theatrical, this was his only theatrical film.
Poor bastards. Yeah, so he makes a film and then has to remake the whole bloody film.
Not really. He only has to reshoot the Jerry Lee Reid stuff. He only has to shoot the Bandit
stuff. So Buford was driving the sheriff's car and the shark, and then at the same time being the bandit.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know. I honestly don't know how the script actually works. I think they just.
No, I thought about that but because his stuntman is still driving the car, who's a big lad, because you see him in a lot of scenes in the HD version.
Yeah. The stunt double he's clearly got some padding on to look like Jackie Gleason.
But yeah, and then they changed it to Jerry Reed, but kept the scenes with the stuntman in.
Yeah, because they probably shot all the stunts first.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah. When I was a young macabre, I went to Universal Studios and they had a talking kit car you could talk to. That was fun, I tell you that. Oh, you lucky kid.
That's incredible. Well done.
Nice.
I got some tourists because that's law for this film. Yeah.
As long as you don't take it across counties.
Yeah, that's that.
So here we get our first racism. And we got across the border.
Yeah, that was the thing. Gene Siskel. I watched Gene Siskel's review again of this. Siskel and Ebert. He accused this film of being racist.
I think the character's racist, not the film, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Buford T. Justice is a horrible, horrible guy, right? If you found out that he was racist, would you be surprised? Really? I think he's more of a sort of what's the word? Where you hate everyone.
Well, yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
No.
It's not xenophobe, is it?
No.
It's the other one.
Sort of tip of my tongue.
It's whatever I am.
But yeah, that's this character in a nutshell. He hates everybody.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't just. He's not just racist.
No.
It's also for the label that goes
all
blue. Fancy. When you consider what number of the scenes, it's amazing that this film is actually fairly coherent. There's a lot of things where they go from one scene to another very quickly.
Yeah.
And then you wonder, because somehow Little Enos and Big Enos have gone from being in the Mexico part of town to ahead of them in the woods.
There's absolutely no stakes in it, right? Because at least in the first one, you know, they were breaking the law, smuggling booze across state lines. The second one, they had a pregnant elephant, and they had to make that sort of moral dilemma of like, what's more important, the health of this creature or winning this race, right? And in this one, it's just like, let's carry this plastic shark to fucking Texas.
$250,000.
Like, what?
Right.
And they pretty much forget about it. They're just like, this is nonsense.
Yeah, it gets. They keep it for a long time. There's not like they take it off him, he grabs it back, they steal it back. It happens once or twice.
Pointless.
Because the Bandit, we're 50 minutes in and there's no even reference to a Bandit. But out of 1983's 159 cinema released films worldwide, where did this come?
What, in the box office take?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
1 to 159. It's not number one.
It made something like 9 million or 8 million or 7 million. I think it cost 9 million, which is really fucking expensive considering what you see on screen. And I can't imagine Jackie Gleason's paycheck was that great.
Was it? Bert Reynolds was contractually obliged to take part in a trilogy of Smokey and the Bandit films. So they got it for one day, and it cost them $100,000 just to shoot that scene of him in the car. Oh, here we go. I don't get this joke because he says I got a white face now, and then they say, "Well,
do you know who that is? Do you know who it is that sprays him? It's Joe Pesci."
Is it?
It fucking is. I was like, for years, I was like, "Is that Joe Pesci?" And I looked it up. It's Joe Pesci appears in Smokey the Bandit Part 3. Just that little moment for no reason. And this is after Raging Bull. You're like,
I was going to say, Raging Bull was before. This is poor bastard.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, why are you in this?
So how are they keeping ahead of them every time in this? I don't get it.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, the Enuses are now sort of sneaky. They were never sneaky before. They were always just like, okay, we give you this bet, you go and do it. And this, they're like, well, we're going to hide in the bushes and sabotage you somehow. And it's like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Why bother making the bet?
Yeah. No,
because he doesn't.
But that's the problem. If you stop and think about anything that goes on in this movie, you will completely derail your enjoyment.
Yeah, I was gonna say about Dick Larry. I love watching films where I don't recognize the name. Yeah. So they crash through the tanker somehow, the paper tanker.
Yeah, well, luckily the guy, they just launched into nowhere as well. Like, there's no ramp or anything. But hey, the guy kept working. Yeah, on television.
I tried to look him up, I can't find him.
This isn't badly directed. It's the only Smokey film shot in 2.35. Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? It's like
still mono as well, though. Unfortunately,
it's like let's blow up to 70mm.
Yes, there you go. Death Game with Colin Camp without her top on. Hallingdon did the right thing, said no, but it's a guilty pleasure. There's no retaliation here.
Yeah, but what's that? He did say yes to some really crap films, though.
What?
What's the one with the guys on the motorcycle and it's like flying?
Oh, that was that's what he made before this, wasn't it? Not Metal Stillness. Not Maelstrom.
And I prefer this to Cannibal. It's definitely better than Cannibal 3. Cannibal 2, sorry, not 3.
And 3.
That annoys me because they don't even give you a proper race in that film.
No, that was mentioned today.
It's a friggin' animated sequence. You're like,
just
what?
A few fights. Oh, there we go. So 19 minutes in as Jerry. Right. So yeah, to answer the question, this came 95th in the year of 1983. In between A Night in Heaven and Under Fire, Porky's re-release was at 93.
Whoa.
Just ahead of Local Hero at 92 and The Hunger at 91.
Wow. So Local Hero did better at the US box office than this.
Well, worldwide box office, but
worldwide, yeah. That's amazing.
Although it wasn't, was it? And then Bert Reynolds is, where did he go? He did better with his, was it Stoker Ace? Or is it?
Yeah, and they're going about how offensive this movie is, but watch Stoker Ace, right? There is pretty much a fucking date rape scene in that. Seriously, Bert Reynolds and his wife at the time, or became his wife, Lonnie Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like asleep, and he's just like stripping her off, and that's supposed to be funny and charming.
So Stoker Ace was 56, just ahead of Lone Wolf McQuaid at 57. And Revenge of the Ninja at 54.
Hey, there we go. Well done, Canon Films. I'm going to watch Death Game later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. So another crash. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Oh, I love all the stunts in this. I think all the stunts
they're
are great.
proper stunts.
Yeah, that's one thing that Smokey and the Bandit 2 is a letdown for. Although they have that big pile up at the end, there's
Yeah,
not
it's the
there's
trucks
not a
and
lot of car stuff in the second one. It's kind of boring for that. And then
yeah, there you go.
yeah, Stroker Race. That's right.
I used to love Striker Race, but I haven't seen it for a while. I'm gonna watch Sharky's Machine later.
Oh, cool.
There you go. Is it really Joe
Yeah,
Pesci?
it is. And unless IMDb is lying, because I think that's what I read about it, because it was always bugging me. And I know that they've got it wrong before. The one that's the most famous one is that people claim that Denzel Washington was in Death Wish, which he actually came out and went, I wasn't in Death Wish, by the way. There's a
There is a
scene
director
where
cameo later. So yeah, this is back when the Dodge. There's a lot of Confederate flags in this.
yeah,
but you can
that
tell they're all
wasn't, that wasn't an issue in 1983. I mean, Dukes of Hazzard was one of the most popular shows on TV.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, you have these clan members and they all get beaten up or they all fall into mud or something. And that happened, right? That's pretty much the same kind of thing that happened in Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
When they had all the freaking dopey clan members and all. So they were, they're the butt of the joke, right? They're made to look stupid. So I don't get whether
because they're chucking chickens around here. And he's sitting on a truck moving down the road, pretending to be and then he just slides down the window on the truck to the front of the truck. One slip and he's under the truck, this dumb man.
Ooh.
And then I'm trying to see Bert Reynolds, the real bandit. So yeah, Mike Henry, who's the son, was the Tarzan in his early career.
Wow.
He was very ripped.
He does have a good physique. You see him later on with his shirt off. And
he was in Soylent Green, Rio Lobo. He didn't do much acting. He was. He is good in this. He loves.
He's brilliant, and he's good in all of them. I loved Junior. He's just.
I know the dad does secretly love him.
It's got that kind of Pinky in the Brain kind of vibe with these two.
Gone Fishing is a classic. Shut up, Professor. A DeLorean car goes past this. Oh, in one part of this film. Damn him. Have we missed it? Wasn't Car from Knight Rider the same Trans Am also? Yes. It was. I believe. Megaforce. That's the one.
Was it not voiced by Optimus Prime as well?
Yes.
Peter Cullen did the voice of Car.
So how are the
Megaforce
getting ahead? Every time they're ahead now. Because they're at the roadworks. They're at the.
Oh, don't question it.
Don't
don't question it. Right, you're going to see the Enuses in drag pretty soon, just mysteriously. Just like, why does that happen? I do enjoy Cannonball Run too, right? I do.
Just like you say, there isn't really a race because it stops.
Yeah, it is the race.
Just
kind of gets,
and then they don't continue the race, do they?
Yeah.
Ooh, 89 Batmobile, DeLorean, or Kit Trans Am. Shit. I want all of them.
And it was Frank Sinatra's final film as well.
Yeah.
Run too.
I do like the stories people tell about him on there. He seems to run hot and cold while making that film. Batmobile. I wouldn't be able to drive it anywhere, but it'd be nice to.
Yeah, and DeLorean, definitely DeLorean. Any sort of DeLorean doesn't need to be the time traveling one.
No, it doesn't need to be kitted up.
Any DeLorean.
Memphis Belle causing significant problems for the backers. BSB, Old and NatWest banking over British crew story being rejected, and Warner Brothers telling them it must be an American crew.
All right.
That's one I saw in the cinema. Was it DB Sweeney and everyone?
Eric Stoltz.
That's him.
Yeah.
Every year there was a Smokey and the Bandit film. There was a Star Wars film. Oh.
Yeah, true.
That is true. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, and he'd buy a kit. As long as you don't get the
I was reading
steering wheel, because that you
I
can't
was reading
steer
that in some cities, Smokey and the Bandit was doing better than Star Wars in some cities in some states in
Well,
America.
because it was a big hit itself, wasn't it?
It was a monster hit.
Monster. Was it 77? So yeah, so Star Wars was number 1, and Smokey and the Bandit was number 2 that year.
Yeah, wow.
And then there's 170
Saturday Night Fever.
million difference, but this was Smokey and the Bandit was a very big film.
Oh yeah,
here we go.
I love Breaking In. Bill Forsyth.
Yes. Did you see
so understated?
The last movie star that Bert Reynolds made in 2018?
I haven't seen that. I remember it coming out.
Yeah, that's the clip I used in my video earlier where.
Oh, when he's in the car, yeah.
He gets to talk to his younger self, and so because he admits he made a lot of mistakes in his career and personal life. But it's very sad because it's about an aging film star that someone's putting on a load of his films in a small town, and he goes to see it, and then realizing he was how far he's fallen that no one really knows who he is anymore.
Oh, is that us got our Bandit now? The snowman is. I'm going to be the Bandit.
Everyone thinks he's the Bandit.
Yeah.
But he's not in the Bandit car, technically.
No, well, he's in the new one. Hot as fuck. I love it.
Song Ticket. Oh, end credit song Ticket for the Wind is amazing.
And was it the guy that sang the song Lee Greenwood, who they used his song, not this song, but they used one of his songs at all the Trump rallies. Proud to be an American. Yeah.
We're going there already.
Porky's
2 was the same year, also involved a subplot involving the Klan. I guess they were the Vogue. Yeah, they were the bad guys of that year, I guess.
That's probably why they decided to add a bit of skin into this film as well at the end.
Yeah.
Just because Porky's was a hit.
Yeah, I guess all the teen sex comedies were around this time.
It pure smells of desperation all the way through it. But I think it's just great you get more Jackie Gleason. Because I felt that he got sidelined, even though he was playing multiple roles in the second one, where he had his like...
Oh, yeah, all his cousins and stuff.
Yeah, Gaylord and all that, right? Yeah, right? And they wasn't as funny, but they let him off his leash in this one. He's just brutal.
87, because I remember the thing I remember hearing about this film the most was that he was very ill.
Was he? He liked to drink.
Yeah,
I know that. I watched the 60 Minutes that was all about Jackie Gleason, and he just loved his booze.
Oh, because he also did The Sting 2 this year, same year, and that was a
yeah, two films that were absolutely hated.
And then the year before this, he did The Toy with Richard Pryor,
which I used to love as a child.
But I used to love that film.
Yeah, I watched that.
Be a friend when you're a 10-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. You don't sort of realize there's a sort of element of slavery going on there, and they're like friends with the Klan and that as well.
Yeah,
it's like a grand wizard that shows up in it. You're like, oh god.
But it is a remake of a film, that one, The Toy.
Oh god.
I guess if you've never left your own state, then the idea of going to a galaxy far, far away is of no interest.
Was it Bert Reynolds said about Smokey and the Bandit is that some people in the South believe it's a documentary.
Oh yeah, there you go. Like a streak of white lightning comes the Bandit.
White lightning comes the Bandit Express.
Because Bert was in White Lightning and Gator, wasn't he? So.
Oh, there she is, Colin Camp.
Yeah, and then the only bit of A you get in a minute is when she's leaning over the seats. Not that I was paying that much attention. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
That's the one.
It's this one, Professor, because I found out today this is the Region 1 discs I have, so I had to set up my multi-region DVD player.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a flipper disc. So we get people have noticed that there's no road markings on this road that they're driving on for most of the film. Because it was
here's something that I mentioned to you on Instagram like a couple of days ago, is that I don't think Jackie Gleason recorded his ADR for outside of the car.
Oh yeah.
Whenever they're outside the car and you hear Buford's voice, I'm convinced it's Paul Williams. Paul Williams plays Little Enos in the film. I'm convinced it's his voice. I'm convinced it's his voice. I think he came in to do his own ADR, and they were like, "Oh, why don't you do Jackie Gleason's ADR? Because he's too drunk or something." And
that was I don't think he was.
I'm convinced it's him. And there's a scene later on where when he's got that that lady friend of his later, right? And he's like, "I got no time for no party time," he says, right? And his voice changes to that crazy ADR voice.
Yeah, because I tried listening, but I wasn't paying that much attention. I was paying attention to the wrong parts.
When you look at his lips move, it looks as though he's saying poontang. It looks like he's saying poontang. It's like, "I've got no time for poontang," but it's dubbed over with party time. And that's in this theatrical version. Obviously, the TV versions, and in the TV versions of this, they got the guy that did the voice of Fred Flintstone at the time to dub over any swear words that he says, which is ironic because the Flintstones was semi-based on the Honeymooners. Right?
Because who is the woman they pick up? What's she?
Yeah, this was. Hey, darling. Yeah.
Hey, Sean. Welcome. Hey, Sean. The first two films in the series were bristling with anti-authoritarian energy, which was right up my street back then. I still like Reynolds, though. I remember him. I remember Semi-Tough.
Yeah, I've seen that with Chris Christopherson, Carl Weathers.
Yeah, that's how I was trying to think who the other guy was. But yeah. American Footballers. Apparently, the director of this played the character called Sundance. Yes, he's coming up in a minute.
Yes.
I didn't notice him the other day, but
that's him. That's Dick Lowry.
Hang on, you just answered
that and not just Smokey and the Bandit. He loved Smokey and the Bandit, but he also loved Benji, the dog film. He admitted that as well. I think that'd just be ironic, though, and it's just like, all my films have got murders and suspense, but I actually like cute dog films and good old boy truck driving movies. Oh, and he's disappeared on me. Oh. Yeah. I'm convinced that it's Paul Williams that's doing the overdub for Jackie Gleason. It sounds more like his voice.
Here we go, back again. Country of policemen just reading pornography all day.
I'd sure like a rump in your melon patch. Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Little Enos. Yeah, there was some chunky overdubbing.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I want to see Madam Web, because I hear that the dubbing in that is really bad.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but when they're saying the poor bastard, the bad guy they kept dubbing. Yeah. Hal Needham. Well, what did we say? He was Stoke. He did Stoke Race, didn't he?
Yep. He's a legend. I love Hooper. I think that's a fun movie.
Yeah, Hooper. I was watching.
Yeah.
Clips of that earlier, and he was Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. You're out of jurisdiction. I
just think because Paul Williams is in it and he's driving around in the movie as well, and I think that they've probably said to him when he was going to record his own dialogue, they were like, Please
yeah,
do,
just
Jackie
while you're
Gleason.
here,
Yeah.
do an impression.
Yeah. Yeah. Jackie Gleason's been a dick. We can't get him into the studio. Yeah, I've heard
Maybe they just recorded him in a bar. So yeah, all this roads, there's no road markings because they just tarred it and then they let them use it before they painted it or finished repairing it. Yeah, I'm not in any hurry to see Madam Web or the Marvels.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, Dr. Impossible. It's just that Universal Studios, they thought we could make a Smokey and the Bandit film without Bert Reynolds. And they were so wrong. Right. And they had there's such audacity to call it that. And the fact that they kind of keep it such on the down low that he's not in it. They didn't really advertise it that way. They advertised it in such a way as like, oh yeah, the bandit's in it, don't worry. You know, and we've just hoodwinked you. Right? Because at least with Predator 2, right, where Schwarzenegger is not returning, you knew that going in, but with this,
didn't say his name.
This looks like they actually hoodwink people.
I was trying to say, where's the poster? I haven't got one. But yeah, it's got Buford's big face on it, doesn't it? Because all the others, got both of them equally, all three of them equally. Here we go. Here's the sand dumper. Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Mexican comedies were sort of riding the spicy trends of the US comedies at the time, but did UK comedies also follow suit or not? I don't think. No, we didn't have many comedies in the cinemas in the 80s. It was all Merchant Ivory stuff.
Yeah, or more sort of gritty sort of drama comedies. I suppose you could say like
stuff from the north.
Yeah, or you could say you've got the Bill Forsyth ones, right? Like Comfort and Joy, Local Hero, that are kind of sweet. But then you've got Rita Sue and Bob too.
Yeah, Restless Natives and
Restless Natives, yeah.
Stuff that wasn't full-on comedies mostly, was it?
Yeah. But then you've got a fucking masterpiece like Whitney and I, which doesn't fit into any category. That's its own thing.
Yeah, I watched that last month.
Classic movie.
Got on holiday by mistake. I love that line. Here's the sand dump. There he is. I was ahead of myself. Yeah, I don't know what Colin Camp's costume designer did. Oh yeah, there he is. I recognize him now. Hey, is that
I always love that. Speaking of the Cannonball Run, I always love that bit of trivia that Jackie Chan, when he was in the Cannonball Run, he went to the premiere of the film, and he saw and you know Hal Needham, he pretty much invented the post credits sort of blooper reel, which started in Smokey the Bandit 2, and then it carried over into Cannonball Run. Jackie Chan went to the premiere of Cannonball Run and saw the blooper reel, and he was like, "That's a great idea." You know, I think Jackie Chan took the blooper reel to a whole different dimension, right?
There's me getting nearly killed.
Yeah, there's me getting hit by a freaking helicopter, you know? Oh, insane.
Oh, here we go. So, yes, edited all over the place. This is. You can't really tell. It was all. The Bandit scenes was separate. But they did do some good with it. Although I still can't work out how he could be the bandit and the sheriff.
I'm sure the stunt performers were really pissed off with this. I bet the stunt performers were like they must have felt so blessed that they were in a Smokey the Bandit movie, because these wouldn't have been Hal Needham's guys, right?
No, that's true.
These would be a whole new stunt team that worked on this. So they must have been like, oh, great, we get to make a Smokey the Bandit movie. And then,
outdo ourselves. Because 26 people credited for stunts. Honestly, I don't recognize anyone.
No.
Yeah, I think How Jackie Gleason is uncredited as stunt performer. I don't know what he was possibly doing that he got mentioned in that sentence. This is quality cinema.
Oh yeah,
it didn't make it to the UK cinemas.
High art.
Oh yes. Well, was it? I think was it Stroke Race was his last Hal Needham film, wasn't it? Last car fit. And then he went all serious with was it Sharky's Machine, Stick, and what else? All the others.
Yeah, Switching Channels, Heat, Malone.
Yes. Malone's not bad. I like Malone.
Yeah, no, I quite like Malone. I like the part where he's pretends he's got a pistol behind his newspaper, where it
yeah,
could just be an erection.
It's not see no evil, hear no evil. But yeah, he was very busy in the 80s. Just not many films that are remembered.
All Dogs Go to Heaven as well. I love.
Actually done a lot of straight to video. There we go. Right, 80s. Let's have a look. Started with Rough Cut in 1980, Smokey and the Bandit 2, Cannibal Run, Paternity, then Sharky's Machine, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Best Friends, Stroke Race.
Best Friends.
Yeah, Man Who Loved Women, Cannibal Run 2. Oh, Cannibal Run 2 was his last car one. Then City Heat with Clint. Stick. Oh, yeah. Heat. Malone. Rent a Cop. Switching Channels. Physical Evidence. Breaking In. Old Dogs Go to Heaven. So that was it for...
That was him. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on Rent a Cop. I saw that a few years ago.
Because I don't think I've ever seen it, or I only saw it back in the VHS days. It wasn't very good.
Yeah, I was interested to see him and Liza together, but yeah.
Yeah,
they had chemistry, but it was it wasn't.
Yeah, it just wasn't a script movie to give them anything to do. Cop and a Half. Yeah, see, that's what he's known in the 90s. In the 90s, his big name is Evening Shade did well. I remember watching that.
Yep. His big comeback was Striptease and Boogie Nights.
And then he hated Boogie Nights.
Yeah, even though it got an Oscar nomination.
Yeah, and then he did Bean the same year with Rowan Atkinson. But he's done a lot of straight-to-video stuff.
Yeah.
Universal Soldier 2 and 3 unofficial ones.
Shocking.
I think Driven. I didn't have very good choices with Stallone in 2001. But yeah, he did The Longest Yard, but it's a cameo. The Dukes of Hazzard remake or film. He did a lot of straight to video and a lot of TV. But,
There was Smokey and the Bandit TV movies that came out as well. Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah, they're none of the original casts. I think Hal Needham's got something to do with them though somehow.
Actually, I think I remember now. He may have produced them or got money.
They're like 90s TV movies.
Yeah, now you mention it. There's about 3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think I remember that from the Smokey and the Bandit 1 watch party.
I missed that.
Oh, the empty boxes. Yeah, I think I just saw the fat stuntman then.
Yeah.
But he does.
He is the bandit.
A lady. Threw a load of eggs.
We need to get that out. That needs to be found. I mean, it'd be sad if it actually disappeared in that fire in 2008. But
yeah, these people thought things were safe, and Event Horizon stuff was lost, wasn't it? And then a lot of other films. All the films tragic. They cut, like the horror films of the 80s, where they cut out all the gore and just binned it.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 was one of them. It wasn't the same fire, but the Highlander, the sequence where Kurgan kills the guy in the office.
Yeah,
I've seen photographs of it. I've seen like photographs of the scene.
But yeah, they think we'll never need that. if they're not putting it in the film. It's just fucking bin it.
He's the dude that's like, I know his name. Right.
My first ever watch party. There you go. Way back when.
Yeah. Takes us back, doesn't
it? Even though it's kind of enough, can't believe someone is playing Mad Max in the film, which isn't the other two fellas. Oh, spoilers.
What?
I guess it's a younger version because it's a prequel, but the meaning of life is the Brit comedy. I guess Time Bandits, maybe. That's fantasy. More than, isn't it?
Fuck off! I'm full. I found out recently that Quentin Tarantino didn't like The Meaning of Life because that scene made him feel sick. The Mr. Creosote scene made him feel sick.
Even the name Creosote makes me feel sick. Of all those summers I spent,
just a whiff of mint.
The smell of creosote. I still don't. Bert Reynolds had his big comeback. All the awards he was offered, and he's still.
Apparently, he was a real dick to the Paul Thomas Anderson.
Because he was a young director.
Yeah.
Because I think
he admitted it as well. He admitted that he was horrible to him, but then when the film did well and he was getting like showered with awards, it was like, oh, he's a genius.
He did direct some stuff.
He directed Gator and The End, which is something I quite like. The Burt Reynolds directed, and Sharky's Machine.
Sharky's Machine, yeah. Stick, The End, Sharky's Machine, Gator, and a few TV movies.
Yeah.
I'm just on the interview with AJ. What's his name? Alan J. Levy tomorrow night.
Who's that?
He did a lot of TV shows, Miami Vice, Airwolf, and stuff like that.
Okay. All
the Magnum. Any 80s TV show you mentioned, he's done it.
Even Street Hawk.
Damn it! I've got to send in the link.
To Rad Street Hawk.
Airwolf, NCIS, Magnum, PI. Many wonderful TV shows.
Tremendous.
But here we go. This poor bastard stuntman on the back of this pickup truck.
Is this like the stand-in for Junior?
Yeah. He's holding on to that metal cable. But yeah, there's not much story to this film.
No. I like spotting all the little stunt people that look like Jackie Gleason. There's like, there's a little bit of Smokey is the Bandit there.
Yeah. A bit of a car crash.
And then,
oh yes, they do. Two Doctor Who's. That's true. I never noticed that. Brazil was around this time. Everything's a sort of comedy.
Yeah,
there's nothing that's like a straight up wacky comedy, is there?
It's more of a kind of sci-fi satire kind of.
Yeah, it's always fantasy this or satire this or comedy drama. Sharky's Machine with Bert Reynolds was really good. When that came out and he directed it, everyone was saying you should do more of this, but he didn't.
What about Boys in Blue with Cannon and Ball?
I love Cannon.
Need to get that watch party started.
I love that film. It's got what's the name? Forget the name of the lady in it. The sexy lady. Who they're all. She was one of my favorites back then. Not that I can remember her name. But yeah, so suddenly, 1 minute.
They end up at some
miles ahead of him.
Thing.
He's caught up and they're chasing at night through this.
Yeah, it's just like, well, let's just go to a stunt show.
I bet this probably was a real night at a stunt show as well, so they got to see the Bandit car.
They're probably just like, why don't we bring out the Bandit car and that, and the crowd will go nuts. But
where are we, Daddy?
It's just
one of my favorite Jackie Gleason is recording a director's commentary, and it was an earthquake, and he still carries on. That's how cool he is. Hey, Ramon's here. Hello. Oh, don't like this third one. Even as a kid, I didn't like it. I think I was one of the ones that said, "Where's Bert Reynolds in this?" As a kid, but I do like Buford T. Justice.
I was just puzzled.
Must be having a picnic.
I was just puzzled. It's almost like they've just kept his stunt double in the film, let him do the lines. Because I didn't recognize Jerry Reed, right? And you know what? The more I watch it, I love Jerry Reed in the part, and he's having so much fun.
He is, like here when they think he's the bandit, and they're going, yeah, and he's waving.
Yeah,
and
he's really into it. And,
he's doing all the stunts.
And he's a brilliant singer and songwriter.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never knew he was a singer when I watched these things, but
one of my favorite songs of him is "She Got the Gold Mine, I Got the Shaft." Have you ever heard that song? It's a fucking brilliant song. It's a great song, and Jerry Reed is just such a great country western singer. And apparently he came up with Eastbound and Down in like one night. They're just
I remember that now. Yeah,
they were just like, "Oh, we need a song for the film." He's like, "Oh, I've got the thing right here." He just knocked it out.
Give me 2 minutes.
Wow.
Eastbound and Down. Do. Okay, Daddy.
He made so many films.
Yeah, there's so many films of his. Rent a Copy's fun. Yeah, it went straight to video here. I believe that. I think that's how I saw it. But yeah, it is odd that it's like a really violent serial killer thriller on one hand, and then him and Liza Minnelli schmoozing each other.
Yeah.
Oh. Do they really have all these roadworks with 100 guys just waving red flags?
I remember Kathleen Turner criticizing Burt Reynolds though as an actor when they did Switching Channels, which is an updated remake of His Girl Friday.
Yeah, and something else.
That was what it was. And His Girl Friday is one of these great comedies that's known for its snappy dialogue and everyone's like going back and forth with each other. And she couldn't wait to do that movie. She was like, "Oh, can't wait to do this movie with Burt Reynolds, and we're just going back and forth with all this great snappy dialogue." And Burt Reynolds was like, "No, I want to do all my shots separately." So it was like she would do her line, and then it would get recorded completely separate from Burt Reynolds. And he was like, she's just like, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah, that's a shame. Because it's, I think it's 2 films in one, isn't it? It's one out. The Front Page and His Girl Friday. Yeah, they decided to merge them for some bloody reason.
Yeah,
but yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, a lot of egos.
Yeah,
and how the if you stayed in a hotel that just had 2 hammocks in the bedroom.
Don't get me started on this fucking place. I mean, they've just kind of went to the land of the lost here.
And then he's sitting in it, and his ass is on the floor.
Yeah. It is like, let's have some comedy out of this.
I guess that's how they did it, because as a sex motel, there's 2 separate hammocks.
It's just, I know, it's such a weird. The whole movie just goes into the Twilight Zone at this point, though.
He chose Stoker Race over Turns and Endearment, Astro character, and then from then on, Bert became box office poison. Yeah.
The Jack Nicholson role. Because James L. Brooks wanted him to be in that film, and he would have suited him fine, that part.
Yeah,
and he always regretted it. It was always one of these big regrets that he never took on Terms of Endearment.
Yeah,
and it was because of his buddy.
By the sound of it,
and he said it was because of Hal Needham. It was like Hal Needham's his pal, and he
gave him the big hits. City Heat is where he got in. Yeah, he got injured in been hit by a chair or something in City Heat, and then got addicted to painkillers, lost all his muscles. Yeah. So he couldn't do it.
And it was like speculated at the time that he had HIV.
Yeah, because he just lost weight. I remember
he lost a ton of weight. I've actually got old film magazines from the 80s where they're all talking about that. They're like, what's wrong with Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, because he was very gaunt. I think it's like you see him losing weight during the film of City Heat.
Yeah.
Which is not a very good film, unfortunately.
No. I know, even though you get the 2 biggest action stars of the day, and it's meh.
Yeah.
Right?
Clint's barely in it. Just turns up every. every so often, and it never looks like a proper film. It looks like a TV movie.
It's so dull, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'll just go to the cinema street film.
Just don't look up what happened to the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Never
look that up. I'm pretty much telling you to look it up, right? It's fucking horrible.
She was
murdered by her own father. Yeah. It was fucking infanticide, as they call it, infanticide. Yes, the girl who provided the voice of the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven was murdered by her own father. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's cheered the child.
I looked it up one day because I was like, I really enjoyed that. That movie really made me feel cheery. I watched it and I thought, I'll look it up on Wikipedia, find out some stuff about. I always do that with movies, and that's what I found out. I was like, fuck you, movie.
Oh, hang on, there's boobs. Right.
Oh.
So there's boobs there.
Just a quick flash. Swingers. What is with the guy, right? Jack Cousteau, right? I mean, why would you wear a Dixie diving costume in an orgy? So that's what I mean. This movie is...
That was 3 people in that one.
Right. It's one of these movies that keeps puzzling me.
Let's see, it's less than a second.
Why does it need to be in a Smokey and the Bandit movie? Come on.
I know. You can leave it to the imagination.
Yeah.
So I think that gymnast girl, I don't know if she's wearing underwear when she does a handstand.
And they're in drag, and it's just like, why are they in drag? It's
sneak into a whorehouse. You can be men.
It's just like the producers are just like, right, we have no fucking clue. Like, fuck this movie. Let's just shoot that stupid scene.
Bert mentions in an autobiography he was signed to direct Jumping Jack Flash, but he got in a fight with Joel Silver. Yeah, he must have been high on painkillers back then. Yeah. He also did the wonderful little film Heat, which was later remade as Wildcard with Jason Statham. Yeah, I watched Heat the other day. It's pretty good.
Right, I didn't know that was remade.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same first half. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because of all the kinkiness in this place that made it an 18 in the UK. There's not really any. There's a few breast shots. That's about it. But any film had that.
Maybe they just got annoyed at the fact they're taking a family property, because at that time the Smokey and the Bandit movies were sort of family movies, and then just throwing them into
Sunday afternoons,
this easy scene for no fucking reason. It just
Hey, Michael.
From what I remember,
I got you. Now wait a minute, man.
And on every version, the VHS was no different from what you get on this DVD.
Yeah, I don't think they've altered anything apart from the picture quality.
The ADR has always been atrocious in this film.
I guess they've got nothing to take it from, have they? So it's just mono.
But there's the television cut is more censored, right? But they've got more scenes.
There's more scenes. There's a lot more scenes, isn't there? It's weird, isn't it?
There's a lot more scenes, so they can have more advertisement breaks. And the funny thing is when Bert Reynolds eventually shows up in this, the scene that they used on television is way longer. They had there's a good maybe minute more of Bert Reynolds.
Yeah, there's a few minutes he recorded. 5 minutes, I think they said they had of originally.
And they cut him on this. They cut him in the theatrical version. It's just it's only 82 minutes long or something anyway, right? So it's not going to hurt the movie. We have more of the Bandit actually in it.
1 minute, 1 hour 23.
Wow.
Yeah, we're nearly. And here's your favorite scene.
Oh yeah,
when he's rogering her in the window.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bert striptease is painful. Junior, open the window and give me a push.
Yeah, I liked him, and I thought Burt Reynolds was the best thing about striptease.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I just, I was not impressed with Demi Moore at all. I thought she looked terrible. For all the $8 million she got paid to be in that movie, I was like, God, what a waste. The poster was cool. I thought the poster was wicked.
Oh, now he's
I
showing
can't
off. He's
believe I
met
met
before.
Street Hawk. Oh, you met Street Hawk with the dude.
The dude.
What's it, Jesse?
And that's what. Reynolds was good in Hustle, another film. Is that one of the newer ones?
Hustle. I don't know. Obviously his crowning achievement is Deliverance, right?
Yeah.
Where he broke his tailbone.
Yeah, he shows that clip of him in, was it Hooper, doesn't he?
Yeah. He actually broke his tailbone, and the funny thing is, John Boorman said, "Oh, we should just use the dummy. We should just use the dummy. They'll look more real." Nah, it's amazing that stunt. It really is.
Yeah, because he was a stuntman originally, and then somehow just got into acting because he never wanted to be an actor. He said, but then he was always helping the stunt people get recognition. But but that's the first. Yeah, I saw an interview where he says this is his hair now because it goes further back. I walked past the video shop that always had Street Hawk in there. And I never rented it. No wonder it closed down.
Oh no,
no, yeah.
It really pissed me off because when it was on ITV, they said Street Hawk will be back next year, and it never came back.
No,
only lasted one season.
Yeah,
but they didn't know at the time. They didn't know that it was probably not getting renewed. They just thought, "Yeah, this is a hit."
Oh, it won't beat Dave's commentary on The Boys in Blue. Ah. I still can't get over Boys in Blue is a remake, and me and my mate did the fan commentary for you.
Jeez,
there you go. Well done.
Now I'm learning stuff here.
It's a Will Hay film, isn't it? With the headless horseman.
Right.
I can't remember what it's called now, but yeah. A very old film. Great to see real fire after watching Furiosa.
Oh no, they don't have like lots of CGI fire, do they?
Yeah, apparently it is some noticeable CGI, I'll call it. And here we go. Flatter than your mama's chest.
Yeah. He's got some great lines in this. Jackie Gleason gets all the best jokes. Everyone else is like,
he seems to be.
Else's jokes don't land.
Yeah, they're just reacting to him, aren't they?
Actually, I must say, I do like the scene with Jerry Reed, and when he goes to buy hamburgers, and he keeps getting knocked through the window, and he's just like not reacting, and just like, "Oh, do you want some onions, ketchup with that?" Yeah, I love that.
Act normal.
It's great comedy.
We should time how long Bert is in this one for. Yeah, I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, what was it? 100 grand he got.
Yeah, because they signed the contract. He
doesn't even have to.
Around
it's all from the shoulder as well. There's no he doesn't even have to get out
in the car. Like you said before, he probably wasn't even with Jackie Gleason.
Probably not. Yeah,
probably just filmed it. Someone reading the lines to him.
Yep.
Shows the integrity of Bert that he is even in this. Yeah, just because the lawyer said he had to. You saw Raquel Welch's.
I watched this over Stroker Race any day. Seriously, Stroker Race.
Yeah, I think I would. I used to love Stroker Race, but last time I watched it, like you say, as a kid, it's funny, but
yeah. Yes, date rape is funny.
Oh, RoboCop 3, yeah. It might as well be a comedy, yeah. Rent-A-Cops. I hate Rent-A-Cops too. Yes, check out Malone. I did enjoy Malone. It's a very good action film with that. I was surprised. I thought it'd be like a few of his other entries where it's just silly. But I am still working on my edit of Stick, because there's the director's cut and the original cut or theatrical cut.
Right.
But it is 90% different. Even there's like a good stretch of about 10 minutes that's new footage. And then the ending's different, and because there's no shootout at the end of the director's cut. He just she sees him shoot her and then she buggers off.
I read in an old 80s film magazine from around about that time, before Stick got made, that Burt Reynolds wanted Julie Walters to be in Stick.
Right.
Because he'd seen her in fucking Educating Rita, and he was like, "Oh, she's a great actor. Let's get her in Stick." And then she turned it down.
Yeah. Well, as a puppy. Liked country music, but don't now. I've never really been that much of a fan, apart from some films. He's like,
there's the pooty tang, party time. Yeah. I don't mind. Music and films. It's just, is it good? That's what I.
Yeah,
I have no loyalty to any genre,
except
none
rap.
at all.
I remember Tom and Curtis taking the piss. What made you? Really wanted to see this sequel, but they banned it. Come on.
Oh.
I gotta find some new clips for him because they're just getting worse.
There is a good documentary on YouTube. It might have been taken down now. I don't know. It's called The Bandit, and it's all about the making of the first Smokey Bandit movie. It's a good one. It's the best one I've seen.
So now are those real cowboys, Daddy? And for some reason they're hiding as cows in green suits. We gave them the bum steer. Sorry, my God. Oh. No, I can't read. Bad grammar anyway. In Stick, you can see the weight loss in the bits they reshot later. Yes. Because that was made around the time he was rapidly losing weight. Was that the same kid from Jaws, The Revenge? Because I think I had that. Oh. The same story. Damn. Where was that? Yeah, she was the little girl in Jaws 4, I think. Oh, is that the one you were talking about? Your lovely stories. So here comes the nudity.
The old dogs go to heaven. God.
Yeah, so somehow, Bandit steals someone's boat.
Oh, yeah, let's have a boat chase. Why not?
Yeah.
Just like...
Because this is a family camp by the look of it. And that's when it goes...
grinding my groin!
When I grab his ass, it's going to be the gravy on my grits. Pushing people in the water.
That's it. Topless scene coming up.
Yeah, Sin T Heat should have been more contemporary action film. I think it would have done a lot better. Yeah, it might have made more use of the budget because keeping it in the 40s, they'd have all the cars and all the houses and everything. Heat was decent, while Car was shite. Sorry. From what I remember, the stunt work is pretty basic and way too reliant on slow motion to actually crank up the excitement of every chase, but it's definitely a marked improvement over Bandit 2. There is a lot of slow motion, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that woman, she gets dragged by the off the
really good corkscrew with a police car though in slow motion. I like that.
Yeah. And we get the fat stunt man on the boat. You would see boobs on the BBC in the 80s. I don't think that would have made this an 18. BBC used to butcher films like Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bit of swearing in that, isn't there?
I think the most butchered TV cut I'd ever seen was RoboCop. When I did that, I was just...
Forget you.
Yeah. Why me? Why me? Why me? He's just like, what the fuck?
Here we go. So this is... it says swinger on the caravan behind her. But yeah, this is a family camp, and then she's just naked apart from an apron. Good old 80s. The camp I would have gone to if I'd have known.
I'm amazed at how quickly Junior is just interested in joining in.
Did you not see her ass? And then there's a stunt show going on at the camp now.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of obvious stuntmen. So the 90s film where they tried to make Bert a psycho thriller bad guy. He's too nice. It didn't work. I think I remember that. But what was it? Where is he? Actor. He's on too many films. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know. The Maddening, maybe? It looks like a thriller. Don't argue the law. Follow that some bitch. Okay, you asked for it.
Have you ever seen a movie on like early on in the day, like in the afternoon, and you're surprised it's on that early, even though they don't cut it, and it's still quite violent?
Have
you ever seen
Jaws?
See, I remember Channel 5 showed the Cassandra Crossing at like 4 in the afternoon, and that film gets quite brutal. I mean, a lot of people getting shot in that film. And
yeah.
There we go. He's like,
when Buford crashes, there was a lot of dicks on display and assholes.
It's just like
they're all bent over and they stand up.
A pair of boobs were a couple of dumb guys.
Yeah, that's it. He just said that. But yeah, there's boobs on display, so I can imagine why this did get an 18, and then it seems to be
so
like
harmless, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think she's like covering her boobs with his trousers for a second, and then he runs off, and then she just shows him anyway. An 18 for this is just stupid. Yeah, there's no.
It's so tame.
There's no 15. Yes, because there is tits and a lot of ass, but there's nothing for an 18. I can't see. Oh, I enjoy Showgirls way more than Striptease. Yeah,
Showgirls is better than Striptease.
Yeah, it's certainly more entertaining. Yeah, the comedy doesn't really work. Was it Bert Reynolds rubs himself with Vaseline, does he?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it's deep heat, but that's with nail and ice just to keep warm.
Yeah.
Scottish central heating. Oh, yeah, it was Rex. Rex Smith, that's it. When I met Rex, he seemed pretty sad. Oh, I don't know if it was the British food or me. Well, his agent turned me down, so. Daddy, what's that noise? There's some good explosion stunts here with the stunt driving.
Yeah.
And there's one massive explosion right at the end.
Yeah, no.
Bert looked way better with his real hair than the rug. Yeah, it was always that thing. In the 80s,
no.
He had a rug.
No, they should have
an image.
Not bothered with that rug. Did you ever see him when he was being interviewed by Ruby Wax? He's got this fucking, it's almost like a dead cat on his head. You're like,
they call that one the Connery. Hustle is there you go. 1975. They did The Longest Yard together, which was my favorite Bert film of all time. Surely it's the Adam Sandler one. Thunderbird got through.
For me, it's you're gonna hate me for this, but my favorite version is the Vinnie Jones one, Mean Machine.
Yeah, with Jason.
Yeah, Statham. That's my favorite version of that story.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With Jason Statham as a Scottish guy in it.
Yeah,
the beast fucking yeah, he's the psycho. Like,
oh, in the opening of Heat, he ironically teases a guy for wearing a toupee. Yeah, you think they may be able to make CGI fire look good, but it always looks a toss. Yeah, it always stands out because they just can't get the physics right.
And water. Water is always a tough one as well.
Yeah, water. Because when it comes off something, it's normally, isn't it? It's all right as waves, but as soon as it goes on something and then comes off, then it sort of doesn't look right. Was Bert in this more than Chevy and Caddyshack too?
Good question.
I think it's about the same, isn't it? CGI Fire and Expendables is probably the worst of all time once the Stone Cold goes up in flames. Yeah, for a franchise that was supposed to be based on going back to the old 80s action films, they
chickened out.
Relied a lot on CGI. Get the Cannon Boys back. Although they'd probably go CGI for everything because it's cheaper.
Oh, yeah. If Cannon were around today, their films would look terrible.
Yeah, they'd be the Asylum level films, wouldn't they?
The one that I don't understand is when he made that Captain America movie and Captain America's ears are plastic. Why Why does he have to have plastic ears? What was wrong with the guy's ears? Right?
I think I'm recently. Oh, it's got the French DVD of not Hustle. Didn't they cut Janine from? Oh, Ghostbusters completely out of stick. Yes, they did. She's got a very big scene of talking to a load of investors in the director's cut, but yeah, she's in the background of the theatrical cut. But didn't want Walters for stick apparently. Did want Walters. I can't read. That's right. The Jim Bean's kicking in. Candice Bergman was great. Yeah, she did pretty good.
That would have been weird.
I watched Rough Cut for the first time about a year ago. Another one that was difficult production, but I enjoyed it. Yes, when he's a cat burglar, isn't it?
What's his face? The guy that directed Dirty Harry. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name.
Don Siegel.
Don Siegel. Is that not his last film? Rough Cut. I think he might have died during like the making of it or something.
Who's the lady in that one?
He got sacked or he died or something.
Here we go. So he's made it. So somehow Jerry gave up $250,000 to let Buford win.
Yeah. What a crock of shit.
There's not much between Camp and Jerry in this, is there?
I'm saying this. No, there's no real stakes.
No, they're not even having a romance or anything. Because what was it? In the first Spoken About, it's all flirting, isn't it? Yes. Oh, yes. I think you're correct. I looked her up a minute ago. Her name is Faith Minton.
All right.
It's not who I thought it was. I thought it was someone else, but I think you are correct. She's in fucking thing. Sudden Death as Carly. Yes, that's the one. Thank you, Franz. All right, so yeah, now the car won't start. Here we go. Here's Bert. I think people the period setting.
We're going to start a stopwatch. Yeah, that's confused me. I was like, what does he actually transform into?
Is he?
When I was a kid, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, definitely. Ted, where the hell is corkscrew?
Or another theory of mine was that he was Bert Reynolds all this time, and nobody else could see it. I don't know. It
doesn't make sense that he. I don't know how close he ever got to the Bandits in real. Good, and 1:18:24. He's wearing. He's got the charm, so there you go. Well, you got me with my pants down. Huh? Oh, it's a figure of speech. Geez, I'm so triggered. I still can't get over how a 6.6 liter car can't go like 200 miles per hour. Yeah, you're going to be a bad mother crusher. That's the RoboCop one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This chick has a great rack. I always think I imagined RoboCop being on TV one Saturday afternoon. It could have happened by accident. The Maddening was really bad. Had a famous actress. Can't remember who. So we've had a minute so far. I have seen, but I can't remember much of it. Okay. Channel 5 once showed See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and cut everything. But left the line, I hear prison okay if you like it up the butt. Amazing how RoboCop dubs stayed into my brain. Yes. The version everyone watched, isn't it? Until the DVD.
Yeah. I hear that the book was brilliant. That was one of the things that made it so disappointing for people.
Yeah. Oh, it's next on the Arrow Blu-ray. Oh, the TV cut. The Long Lost City each equal Deep Heat. Critics said it really stank. Oh, it's getting worse. I love that. Ian has literally laughed their heads off after blowing. But they're literally after blowing Buford up. Yeah. Oh,
hey, at least see
2 minutes.
I do like that Burt Reynolds shows up at the end because at least it kind of bookends the trilogy.
Yes.
Right. if he didn't do that, it would have felt kind of shit. I mean, I know it's already,
I don't know how
it's already shit, right? But it's made it kind of like less shit, and it kind of bookends the whole franchise, like, and it leaves on a good note.
As soon as we get home, I'm putting a big lump on your mama's head.
Yeah.
Nothing problematic there.
No.
Rough Cut isn't too bad. The film was William Friedkin's ex-wife's co-starring with Bert Reynolds, the sexy Leslie Ann Down. Ah, yes.
That's right. She was in
Speaking of
Sunset
Sean
Beach as
in
well.
Wrong is Right, not the greatest film, but has the greatest moment where Connery tears off his toupee before jumping out of a plane.
Oh, I've still to watch that. Wrong is Right. That looks good.
Pumpkin. I don't know that one. It sounds familiar, though. All right. Take care, Dutch, even though you're probably long gone.
I'm going to watch
Thanks
a real
for
movie.
A real movie, yes. How is that? It's amazing what. Yeah, poor Junior here.
It's obviously this guy was completely gone.
And he loses all the money then. Wait, Daddy. And there we go. Removing the toxic waste dude altogether, yeah. And then we get just a recap of the film.
I do like the 83 Trans Am.
Oh, shit. I guess it depends on the color. I like the massive. My favorite Matchbox car was the one with the Firebird, the black Firebird.
The Firebird, yeah.
Yeah, massive. I think I had the red one.
I don't know. It's kind of overly flashy with the Firebird on it. But hey, I'm not going to complain. It's amazing, right? But I like that one, that model.
Oh, here we go. Here's the song.
Yeah. Ticket to the Wind. Great. Soundtrack's brilliant. I was listening to it earlier before we went on.
But yeah, I think the 77 for me. CGI in all the Expendables is just embarrassing. Yeah, it's CGI blood in the second one, even though that's the best of the film. It throws you off. Don's here. Jackie Gleason. Or his spirit, anyway.
Release Smokey as the Bandit.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Yeah, someone's got it in their VHS collection, haven't they? Oh, Bad Math in the Asylum. The movie's a cinematic gold. Keeps a lot of YouTubers in reviews, don't
There's
they?
probably a film can somewhere where it's sitting there in someone's basement.
Yeah,
and they don't even know they've got
it. Right, where are we? Poor, yeah, the Asylum always gets someone big name because there's an Asylum version of a Mad Max out and it's got bloody Vernon Wells in it.
All right, cool. Did you not interview him? No,
it's like Mad Fury, something else. It's just enough to be different, but trick people that don't know anything. As
Lady Shasha calls it, it's like this is the films that con her father into watching.
They're definitely aimed at the dads.
Have you not interviewed Vernon Wells? I'm sure.
Yes, he's been on the channel.
You have.
It wasn't a proper interview with him, but it was we got to ask him some questions about the films. So yeah,
cool.
He was promoting a campaign to make a movie.
All right.
Yeah, lovely chap.
He's awesome.
Oh, I can't pick. Yeah, that I would love to see Julie in the stick, but Candace was good.
It would have been different.
Insolubility. Goodbye, Buford.
Oh no.
Greetings, Prof. Everyone's welcoming Big Don for the end of the film. The big penguin mascot lady. Yeah, that's her.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Let me remove that. The first time. Oh, I just realized I haven't had a background. It's because I was working on something else. It was only going to be that anyway. Hang on. I'll remove Terrence for a minute. There you go. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. It was
cool.
I forgot about the background for the whole hour and a half now. Never mind.
Oh, that was fun. Really enjoyed that.
No, you can't show it off. Rubbish. It's a cinema. What do they call them? Lobby card. But it's got the
lobby card.
It's got the poster on one side.
I missed that. I missed lobby
cards.
cards.
8 little posters of scenes of the
you
film.
Used to go through the cinema and they'd be all lined up. You'd be like, "Oh, what's this? What's that?"
Yeah. Oh shit! I messed up. Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've ever timed up the stream perfectly with my Blu-ray. It's because it's a DVD. The VHS, because they run at different speeds, are a pain in the ass. But yeah,
yeah.
Always mix these up with the Cannibal Runs. It might have been a shitty RoboCop series in the afternoon. Wasn't Angie Dickinson in the Manning? Yeah, I remember them leaving up the butt line. I'm guessing they just didn't get it. Yeah, all right. Thank you for joining us, Savoy.
That's what annoyed me about when they showed Overboard, which is a PG movie, right? When they showed Overboard on the television, Kurt Russell, in the film, he manages to track Goldie Hawn, who's got amnesia, come and live with him, and he pretends to be her husband. And when he meets her earlier in the film, when she's got her memory and she's been a complete bitch to him, he sees her butt, and her butt's got a birthmark on it. So when he turns up at the hospital to prove that that's his wife, he says, "Oh, she's got this birthmark on her butt."
Yeah.
But ITV cut the scene where you saw her butt. So it made no sense, because when he goes up to the hospital and he says, "Oh, she has this birthmark on her butt," we don't know that. Yeah, how does he know? That makes no sense. So it kind of, they fucked the movie doing that. Sometimes nudity is needed to tell the fucking story, right?
Even if it is on a tea time afternoon.
Yeah. Tells a story. We've all got a butt, right? Like, I can't believe that.
Oh, Metal Mickey. Metal Mickey, yes, that was awful.
Oh, Metal Mickey.
I loved it.
Yeah. Me too.
Channel 5 always missed the guy in the leather jacket saying to Gene, I said, "Shut the fuck up" in the bar fight too. Yeah, so you're wondering how the bar fight starts. Angie played his crazy wife, but I think there was a famous young actress in it too. There you go. "Ticket for the Wind" is indeed a great song. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I can't play it. Any of the songs. Otherwise, we could enjoy those right now, but I'm sure they went through a phase of putting 18 films on the afternoon. Beverly Hills Cop was one. Yeah, they always. What's the point of putting something?
I don't think Beverly Hills Cop was a 15.
Right,
I'm sure it was always a 15.
48 Hours was an 18.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they cut all the swearing out of that, but left all the N-words in. The weird thing is when 48 Hours was on TV, and when they showed you like the poster between the adverts, the famous poster was Nick Nolte with his pistol and Eddie Murphy doing that. And what they did is they cut his finger. He was like, doing that. That just made me laugh. You can even find it on YouTube. Someone's uploaded the advertisement break from 48 Hours from ITV, and it shows that little title. That just
Ticket for the Win sums up the trilogy very well. What the music was better than the films. Doing my head now, I'm gonna have to Google it. Yes, let us know. Imagine if was previous films. They did all the previous clips at the beginning, didn't they? For some reason, I don't know.
Some of them they didn't show all the best bits. They didn't have that great stunt where the police car goes under the truck. That is a peach.
Yeah.
And,
all the trucks.
Yeah, the big truck.
I don't know if they were trying to tell a story, because there isn't much of a story to tell. Because if they're leaving out the main character for the third film, what's the point?
It's just nonsense.
Mia Sara, that's
There's part 3 to 2 other stories that we were never privy to.
Yeah. We're going to show you these, but this film has only got one.
Yeah.
The minor character.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I think she's one of those actresses that went on to do stuff people like us wouldn't watch.
Legend.
Yeah.
And Ferris Bueller,
legend. She's because she looks like she stopped acting in 2011. But yeah, a lot of TV work because she was Harley Quinn in the Birds of Prey TV series early 2000s.
Oh, the TV series, yeah. God.
But she didn't actually turn in, I don't think. But yeah, a lot of TV movies and The Maddening from 95. How's that beer? Is it smooth?
It's actually not too bad. It's quite strong. 6.7.
Oh, bloody hell.
I don't have school tomorrow, so
I
knew the Smokey and the Bandit was coming on.
Yeah,
any excuse.
Yeah, I know you are very excited for this one. Oh
yeah.
I don't have Cannonball Run. It's quite rare.
I used to have the big box. What was the label it was on? It was called like
Channel 5?
No, the big box was on this one. It was on the same label as The Last Starfighter.
Spectrum.
What was that called? What was it? It began with an H. Hyperion or something. It was called.
It's in one of my chart shows. Probably got it here somewhere. But,
it begins with an H, and it was a really low key indie.
I remember it was on a
Hydron or something. What was that?
You're all right. I can't type for start.
Cannonball Run to UK big box.
Be careful what you type when you put big box.
I'll know when I see it.
Yeah, mine was a Channel 5.
DVD. I don't
see. First one's. Then there's the Spectrum one. But
Spectrum. I know it was on that, but there was one.
That was the
big box was on a different.
Yeah.
They were all retail. The Channel 5 and
yeah. Don't see a big box. Come on.
That's it there. What's that? Oh, let me see it. This Microsoft thing is garbage. View image. Garbage. Sorry, I'm looking at it and I can't. It's called Hedron.
Hedron
is the name of the is the name of the label. I'm looking at the actual picture of the big box. Cannonball Run 2. The first one was on Heron Entertainment. I thought it was Hedron. I couldn't make it out because it was shitty
beer.
Microsoft Bing. The beer.
My parents must see sort of
Heron.
It was romance. Yeah.
And The Last Starfighter was on that as well because I recall The Last Starfighter's trailer on it.
Oh, nice.
That tape. Don't know what happened to it. Sold it, I think. Wasn't in good condition though. I remember the picture on that cassette was all over the place. It was full of bits.
Well used. But yes, lobby cards were great. I got an original set of Predator ones, which is great. But some of the shot choices are a bit odd, but yeah.
Yeah, you sometimes find things that weren't in the film in the lobby cards as well.
Yeah.
I've been. That's speaking of the Smokey is the Bandit, right? Something I would like to see the deleted stuff from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Why are we not allowed to see the deleted stuff from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey? You bring it out on Blu-ray all the time, and it's just vanilla. There's nothing on it.
No.
And there's loads of stuff. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey went through a hell of a reshoot. because there's a lot of stuff in it that they took out. Like when they go to hell, and the bunny and the granny, all those nightmares that they have, they come back when they're before they go to the Battle of the Bands. It's always been one of those movies that puzzled me as a kid, because I saw the trailer and you see this knight holding up a rat, and Bill and Ted are going, "Oh yeah, I got that in a bucket of chicken once," right? And I always went, "Where the fuck is this bit in the movie? I've never seen this scene ever in the film." And that was kind of my introduction to deleted scenes, things that don't actually appear. And when they make the trailer, they haven't really figured out the final cut yet when they've made the trailer. You know? And I've looked it up, and I found still images from loads of different that night. That's when they go to hell. When they first arrive in hell, they meet this knight, and they get both Bill and Ted get given mallets, where they've got to, this is their life in hell. They've given these mallets, and they're there to break rocks for the rest of their days. And they're like, this is great. This is great. And that's never been released. I've never seen these scenes, and I want to see them just because it would just, I've got a mad completist mind. And
weird. Yeah, if they're here somewhere. But yes, pleasure seeing you again, Terence.
Oh, yeah. You too, Professor. I always enjoy it. Man.
They found new stuff to censor from Soldier Blue, which I'll bring up. Yeah, the last 50 minutes of Soldier Blue is very bad for people indigenous to America.
Never seen the movie.
It's like the first part is a Western, and then it gets into a brutal killing spree of Native Americans at the end.
Peter Strauss? Is it Peter Strauss, isn't it?
Damn, I can't remember now. Donald Pleasance is in it. I can't remember who the main guy is, though. The new Beverly Hills Cop shows a lot of promise. Yeah, it does. I did think that from the teaser. I haven't watched the main trailer yet, but because I watched Golden Child the other night. But that is just basically Axel Foley fighting demons, because he is no different. He does all the same jokes and all the same acts exactly the same as Axel Foley would.
He's a little bit cleaner, though, isn't he? Because Golden Child's more child-friendly.
Yeah, I think that was a PG. But I just found Cannibal Run on VHS, Spectrum VHS for £2, so we'll see if I can win that. Because otherwise it's a lot more expensive. Waiting for 30 years for Beverly Hills Cop 4, it's not even in cinemas. Yeah, that's how they get you. They shaft you every time.
Yeah, but 3 should have went straight to video, shouldn't it?
The money they spent on Eddie Murphy coming back, they wish they had. Just paid a look-alike. National Fan does look good, although I like part 3, but I might not be a good judge.
I don't mind part 3. Honestly, it's fine, right? It's just you'll never match that first one.
No.
Beverly Hills Cop is just perfect. It really is.
Well, the remake, Cobra.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Which got remade as Fair Game with Cindy Crawford. Yeah, no one talks about that movie anymore, do they?
No, I wonder why. Because I think if Cindy Crawford had done a shower scene, it would have been a #1 film. What about Boys in Blue Watch Party? Well, it's up to Terence.
Where are you going to find that on cassette?
No, it'd have to be a copy on download from YouTube and then put on a DVD. There you go. I could have saved us some searching.
Yeah, Heron.
There it is. Highfield. It was Heron. Ask the experts, you see.
Yeah. Not a label I'm that familiar with.
No, I don't think I own any of those.
That was the only Heron copy I had, was Cannibal Run 2. And I was after Last Starfighter. Couldn't find it at the time when I was hunting for
it. There you go. That's the one. Cannibal Fever, yes.
What's it called in the States? It's called something else in the States. Cannibal Fever.
Speed Zone.
Speed Zone. And it's only the dude from MASH. He's the only actor that comes back.
Yeah, no one else. It's all new people, and
and they managed to
Candy.
Get John Candy in there, Eugene Levy as well.
Oh, there you go. I think is it directed by who's it by?
I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't
that keen on it.
No, it's free on YouTube if anyone has the time. But yeah, Tim Matheson, John Candy, Donna Dixon, Peter Boyle. Stand up.
What's his name? Is it Jamie Farr? Is that his name?
Jamie Farr, that's him. Yes.
Jamie Farr. He's like the Sheik.
The problematic Sheik.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, Van Damme isn't in any of the Predator pictures. Bogus Journey might be my favorite one.
There's a photograph of him on the set of Predator. He's sitting with his glasses on. Van Damme. I've seen that. Not seen him in the costume though. Just see him sitting, kind of looking pissed off.
Yeah, Freaked. Was it Freaked or Freaks?
Oh, Freaked. I've got Freaked down there.
The dog boy.
Big box. Great. I love Freaked.
Yeah, Bill and Ted 3 was very disappointed.
Yeah, do you know why it failed? I mean, I enjoyed seeing Bill and Ted together and all that stuff. That was good, right? There wasn't enough 80s hair metal rock music throughout it. It was. I mean,
they should have been stuck in that.
Yeah, 80s. that was always the driving force between those films, and they had Dave Grohl in it, and I've got no problem with Dave Grohl, but I don't know, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, it doesn't suit Bill and Ted. And
I guess they wouldn't have moved on from the 80s, would they?
Yeah, you kind of feel like they would be more like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler. He's like, oh, that music fucked her, when he had the rant. I love that in The Wrestler where he has the rant about grunge music. Also, the song they write is crap.
Yeah.
I hate that in films where it's like, here's this great piece of music that we're all going to get behind. Then make it great. At least when they had the Battle of the Bands and Bogus Journey, and they've got Steve Vai doing a big intro before it goes into God Save Rock and Roll. You buy that. You believe that this is triumphant. This is the big crescendo of the movie. I didn't feel that in that last one. The song, I couldn't even tell you how it went.
Because the girls are in it as well, aren't they? They're playing on the instruments.
I had no problem with the whole build-up, and the story was fine, and there were some funny moments in it. But the song, they had to make this because it was all about making the greatest song of all time. Well, let's hear it then, And no, you're not convincing me. It's kind of like Almost Famous. Have you ever seen Almost Famous?
Yeah.
Film.
Yeah.
Right. I like that movie, right? Although I've got some issues with it, but the biggest issue I've got is the band. Was it Stillwater they're called, right?
Yeah.
Their music kind of sucks.
Yeah. I've never liked any of their songs.
Yeah,
but all the classics are on there.
Cameron Crowe's wife wrote the songs. She was in the band Heart, right? And she wrote the songs for the film. And they're all kind of mediocre. And you're supposed to think these guys are professional rock bands that people get behind. And I'm like,
the new Zeppelin and all those.
Yeah, they're kind of Zeppelin stand-in, and they're nowhere near, not even half as good as that. It's just...
the time they're good is when they sing, was it Tiny Dancer and the Plane Crash?
Yeah, which isn't their song, right? Yeah, exactly. So I just felt for them to be a sort of believable 70s rock band, we needed music to actually back them up.
At least one good one, because what's it?
Yeah, at least one. Yeah, even Spinal Tap will get better songs.
Yes,
I'm not joking, and I can see past it. Right? Okay, there's a lot of great to that movie, Almost Famous, but that's the thing that pisses me off about it.
Yeah. So it's Freaked or Freaked, isn't it? Yeah, with or without
Freaked.
the E.
Freaked.
Yeah, Alex Winter, Death Wish 3.
It's got an E. It's got an E. Freaked.
It's Freaked, is it? I don't know if it's one that's changed in the UK, but Alex Winter. All he talks about is what a bastard Michael Winner was. If you ask him about Death Wish 3.
Well, join the queue. Come on. I mean, come on. I remember reading Barry Norman's biography, and he talked about Michael Winner being a bastard and all. He said that he visited him on a set he was going to do a news report or something about one of his film sets, and it was freezing cold. And Michael Winner demanded one of the crew members to take off their jacket and give it to Barry Norman, not to get them another jacket so that they would stay warm. It was just like, yeah, give us that, put it on him, because we need to look after him because he's coming to report on us.
Yeah, Prince of Hollywood. Yeah, there's a few famous trailers, isn't there? Cutscenes from the main film. Yeah, just winter though. I do have the Channel 5 release. It's the orange cover.
Yeah.
No, you hold on to that. If I can get this one for £2, I'll be all right.
Is that Herring or is it Spectrum?
I don't think Boys or Blues got any physical release.
I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing it on cassette ever.
No, I'd have to check what I've got. It was Peter Strauss. There you go.
It's his ex-wife, Nancy Wilson. Right. That's her name, sorry.
Never really warmed to Golden Child. Prefer Little Child. Yeah, it's got 3 actors, and it came out the same year, isn't it? Which are in it. But yes.
Oh, Big Trouble that flattens most films from the 80s, but right, right. It's just
Boys in Blue VHS. Right. Yeah, Fair Game was bloody awful. I still can't get over Cobra was meant to be Beverly Hills Cop. How does that work? Exactly.
What was it? Stallone wanted to rewrite the script and they wouldn't let him, but when Eddie Murphy came on board, they did.
Oh, there you go. I can get a X rental of Boys in Blue on Rank Video for £20 plus £5 postage. It's not worth it. They fuck you at the cinema. That they do. They fuck you at the cinema. Oh, I met Cindy Crawford a few years ago. She gave me her autograph and kissed it with red lipstick, then drew her beauty spot above the lips. Legend. Nice. I've only got her workout DVD, but yeah. Oh, she did do a shower scene. Yeah, but I don't think you see anything, do you? Yeah, when I meant shower scene, I meant she's cleaning herself all over.
That is a forgotten movie, isn't it? Fair Game. That's like
I don't think I've got it on VHS.
I had it, but yeah, I think I watched it once.
Yeah, meeting Cindy Crawford. She was my favorite back in the day. Still shit. Hey Ryan. Mix freaked up that demented.
Nothing but trouble.
I used to love that.
I've kind of taken a shine to that now. I used to hate that film, but now I don't mind it so much.
I used to love it when it came out. I had the X rental back in the day. Watched loads because I don't think it got a cinema release because it bombed so hard.
It did. It actually got a theatrical. I think it lasted a week here. It came out like 7 months after it was out in the States. I think it came out in like December of 1990, and it came out in like August. It came out like a week after Terminator 2 in the UK.
It didn't even register.
Yeah, because I remember that. A couple of buddies of mine went to see it, and it's got Tupac in it.
Yeah, exactly. A young Tupac.
Yeah,
first appearance. But yeah, Bill and Ted. Yeah, both Bill and Ted soundtracks are great in their different ways. But
fantastic.
I used to have both. One on cassette, one on CD.
I had them on cassette. It was perfect.
Yeah, I need to get
now, honestly, couldn't remember any of the music that was in that last one.
No.
It went in one ear and out the other. That's the thing. It didn't have that staying power of those other films. And I was so looking forward to it. And I don't hate it. To me, it's like a kind of, it's when they have a TV reunion, Dukes of Hazzard, the reunion. I think any of these legacy sequels, that's what I get from them. This Beetlejuice one that's coming out, I just feel like that's kind of, it's if it turns out to be Blade Runner 2049, then great. But I don't think it will happen. Blade Runner 2049 has been the only one that I've went, wow, that was actually worthwhile.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of them, it's like,
it might bomb as hard as Blade Runner 2049, but
yeah, no, that's the one that did the worst as well.
Terrible, isn't it? But yeah, Bill and Ted 3. The one thing I don't get over is because Keanu Reeves has had a beard for like 20 years, and then he shaved it off for Bill and Ted, and he just looks weird.
10 years older than he. It's like, wow. It's like Keanu Reeves looks worse than Alex Winter for once.
Yes. I'm so glad that when I met Barry Norman, I said I didn't agree with his Transformers, the movie, review of Transformers, the movie.
Yeah.
I bet he got that a lot.
I was surprised that he shot on Hellraiser as much as he did. You know?
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing. Seeing his book, I always thought it was funny that he was talking about how his reviews don't matter. Is that he was in a taxi cab and this cab driver was going, "Oh, I loved that film that you recommended last week." And he's like, "Oh, what film was that?" And it's like, "Confessions of a Window Cleaner." And he's like, "I didn't recommend that. I told people not to go see that." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, it was great." And that's the thing. It's like, just because it's on his show, people just think it's...
Yeah, they just say, "Oh, he's reviewing it. It must be good." Because he doesn't choose all of them to review, does he?
The weirdest one for me always was that he shot on Wayne's World, but he loved Wayne's World too. What? Right? That doesn't make sense to me. Wayne's World is clearly better. And it's the same sort of humor, you know? It's just like...
Well, yeah, it's not like a massive change between films.
Yeah. I could get on being like, "Oh, I'm this old fud that doesn't get this kind of humor, and then I don't get them at all." But no, do a total 180 on the second one was like, that blew me away.
Crazy. I generally love Barry Norman picking onions. I still have a jar in my fridge with one onion left. I didn't know he had pickled onions.
Yeah, that's he had his own pickled onions.
I've never seen them.
Yeah, I think they have I think they have a clapperboard on the label. I remember. I've never bought them, but I remember seeing them. I was like,
is there a recipe for the pickled onions? Surely it's just onions and pickled water. It's very pointless, boy. Yes, I wouldn't eat it now either way. I don't know if it's how old it is. Oh yeah, Pauline Kael shitting on Ghostbusters, but liking Ghostbusters too.
That's insane.
That's why Liam Neeson killed her in the Deadpool.
The Deadpool, fuck, forgot about
that. It's all in the spicing. Oh, I didn't know there was spicing in the pickled onion manufacturer. Because I can understand Paul Newman's salad dressings. There's different things you can put in them. But yeah, pickled onions are pickled onions. Right. Let's wrap this up now. I've finally got up with a chat. So I'll say thank you to Terence for joining us on this special occasion.
Most welcome. Really enjoyed myself. Nice hanging out with everybody.
It is good to have you back. Ian Grant, thank you. Fran Savoy, Dr. Impossible, Michael Myers, Ryan, and anyone else I forgot. Ben. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow night. It's going to be a late one. It's 11 p.m. tomorrow night for Alan J. Levy. So I'll see you then.
Oh, was that your interview? Yeah.
Yeah.
I take he's in the States, yeah?
Yeah. It's 2 p.m., my 11 p.m. But until then, good night. See, everyone's enjoying it. Oh, he'll be there. Good, right. He'll be on time for that one. Take care, everyone.